Today we're going to talk about financial status reports, or FSRs, including initiating, completing, and returning to an FSR in progress. To initiate an FSR, the authorized official, agency administrator, or authorized signer will log into IGX and go to the NEP grant using either My Tasks or the search menu. Once you've logged into IGX, the system will take you to the dashboard, which is the screen shown here. To get to the grant using My Tasks, scroll through the list of tasks on the My Task panel on the dashboard. Your grant will show up in this list. Click on the grant number shown here in red to go to the grant. To use the search option, click Searches, then Grants. Enter Neighborhood Enhancement Program grant for the type and the organization's name under Organization. Click Search. Click the grant number to take you to the grant. Clicking on the organization name will take you to the organization information page, not the grant. To initiate an FSR, the authorized signer will log into IGX and go to the NEP grant either using My Tasks or the search menu. Once in the grant, click Initiate Related Doc from the left-hand menu. This will open a pop-up where you will select Neighborhood Enhancement Program FSR from the available document dropdown and click Create. To complete the FSR, you will need to complete the Report Information and Expense Detail sections. For the Report Information section, you will select the radio button determining if this is the final FSR or not, and fill in the current report period. This should encompass all the dates on the invoices in the FSR and must be within the grant term. The expense summary section shows your approved budget, previous expenditures, returned funds, expenditures for this period, total expenditures, and the current balance of the grant. You will then complete the expense detail section for each house included in this FSR. Each house included in the FSR will also need to have an activity and activity closeout review required. If you need to include more than one line, click the plus button at the end of the expense detail line. For the budget category, use the drop-down to choose NEP activities or admin. NEP will be used for most of the expenses for each house. For address, enter the address. For description, enter a description for the NEP eligible activity. For amount of invoice, enter the total amount of the invoice, including money that will not be covered by the MISHDA grant. For amount billed to MISHDA, include only the amount of the invoice that will be billed to MISHDA. For supporting documentation, upload the invoices. The Program Administration Report is uploaded as the supporting documentation for employee time counted towards administration. For this report, we want to see the grantee name and current grant number. We also need the employee's name, title, and the report period. The report period should be a date range that covers every date listed in the Program Admin Report and must be within the grant term. Each line should include the date, task description, the number of hours it took to complete, hourly pay rate, and the total. The total hours and total for each line should be added towards the bottom. They aren't shown here, but the employee's signature and the approving supervisor's signature must also be included at the bottom. The FSR can be canceled or submitted by the authorized signer using the Submit FSR or Cancel FSR buttons on the left-hand menu. After the FSR is submitted, it will be reviewed by the champion, manager, and director within MISHDA. If errors are found, the FSR will be returned for modifications. To return to an FSR that is already in progress, log into IGX and go to the NEP grant using either My Tasks or the search menu. To use the search option, click Search, then Grants. Enter Neighborhood Enhancement Program grant for the type and the organization's name under Organization. Click Search. Click the grant number to take you to the grant. Scroll the left-hand menu down and click Financial Status Report. You will then have a list of FSRs to choose from, including any FSRs that have been approved in the past. If you have questions about financial status reports, please email your questions to your champion or the Neighborhood Housing Initiatives Division email box listed here.